Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to do the make for the hashtag Full Deck Challenge 2, hosted here on YouTube by Shanuki Arts channel. And the prompts have been posted, and these are it. We are up to card number 34, using the whole full deck of playing cards. And the prompts for this make is vintage and white. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. Shouldn't be too difficult. For my vintage, I've got a couple different elements, and we're gonna see what we could come up with. So this is my card. I'm gonna just bring up an old piece of mat here. I know it's pretty grungy, but I don't want to try to protect my newer one as long as I can. They don't last too long with all the mixed media and different things that we do in the cutting. They tend to get worn pretty quickly, so I try to help out where I can. All right, we are going to start with putting down a piece of vintage. This is partly vintage. It's a piece of sewing pattern tissue. I'm going to use that. And I've got a little tub here. I'm just giving it a little shake, mix it up. It's been sitting for a while. And this is just watered down glue. So I'm just going to use a little of this. Brush is all dried up, but we're going to make it work. And I did not grab my heat gun. Put a little over the top. This is just a worn out brush here I'm using. I tend to not always rinse and clean my brushes right after use. So they get stiff and hard and a little disappointed. But it's my favorite brush. I'm not ready to throw it away yet. Try to salvage it for. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna grab my heat tool. 1 second, please. All right, I'm gonna hit that real quick. Gonna be a little noisy. Be right back. Okay, still tacky, but workable. I'm just going to tear that away. I need to assist with a little scissor. I don't mind the rough edge tear, so I'm going to ink around that, and the ink will just look that much better, I think. I'm going to hit this one more time with the glue. It's still pretty tacky. Okay, that's a little better. Got a little clump there where that balled up on me, but that's okay. Most of that's going to be covered up anyway. Okay, now I'm going to grab my vintage photo. Throw a little ink on there. All right, so we definitely got the vintage going on so far. And then for my focal image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this beautiful image out of my Thomas Kinkade poem book. And that's this book right here. And all the images are pretty large, but I just tore that piece right off of the top flap there. And it should fit right inside the card. And I even like this phrase here. It says, "A book is like a garden carried in a pocket," Chinese proverb. And I'm going to use that little phrase as well. And I like the way it's just kind of hued, you know, like their images. So I'm just going to do this paper is really thick and it's kind of got a sealant to it. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's really strong. But I'm going to try, just do a little rough tear all the way around the image here. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to have to turn the orientation of my card to landscape like that because it will not fit without it hanging over, and I don't want it to. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I think I can move this now. So I'm going to hit the edges of that image with a little bit of vintage photo. All right, so beautiful. Can't go wrong with Thomas Kinkade. And let me bring my mat up one more time, just so I can put some glue down on here. And I'm just going to use glue stick. I think it will be fine. And there we go. We got some vintage. Very pretty. Then for the prompt of white, I thought of a couple things. Either like a white flower or a white pearl of some sort. And I've got a few options here. Maybe something like that. And then I also brought in my white acrylic paint. So I'm just going to play here a minute and see what I want to do. So I'm thinking maybe just something as simple as that. Maybe a little bit of white acrylic paint on there. Yeah, I think that's just a little bit too bulky, a little bit too loud, because the picture is such a soft image. I think that's just a little bit too much. So let's go with a little acrylic paint. And I'm going to bring up my acrylic thing here. And just, whoop, comes out so darn fast. Goodness. Gets me every single time. And I'm just going to use my finger. So please apologize about the mess if you... And I'm just going to go around the edges there. And I want it kind of thick. So I'm kind of leaving it kind of clumpy. Because when I hit it with the heat, it kind of tends to bubble a little bit before it sets, and I just love that look. So I'm hoping it should do it. So I'm hoping it'll get that little effect going as well. Kind of looks like a nice snowy scene. You know, like just before a frost is going to set in. Doesn't it, with that image? Okay, that's that. I don't want to set this down yet because I'll mess it up. So I'm going to bring this back in. And I'm going to grab a baby wipe real quick. Clean my fingers off. Wipe up that glue also. Okay, then we're going to hit that with a little heat. Try and set that a little bit. All right, here we go, guys. Okay, the glue stick is coming up. I'll reinforce that, but I want to take a moment, excuse my reach for a moment. I want to show you, I don't know if the camera is picking that. Do you see how the acrylic paint is kind of bubbling before it's setting? I like that look, and that's what I'm going for. So I'm really trying to give some direct heat to that to kind of get that. It's almost burning the paint before it sets it. It's just really, but I really like that, especially when it dries. It gives it a really nice textured look. And I found that out by accident one time because I just got it too hot, and then I was like, you know what? I love the look. So I tend to do that quite often. And my glue is stuck, so let me get a smaller pin there. All right. Let's get that back down. Probably have to reinforce the other side as well. Okay, that's almost dry. I'm going to hit it one more time with the heat tool and give it just, I'm not going to make it so close though because it's almost dry. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, I think that'll be good enough for right now. Safe to move this out of the way again. All right, and then just which corner do I want to put this? I think the lower corner, and it's still a little wet in some spots. Let's grab another wet wipe. All right, put that down right there. And I'm going to bring in one flat back pearl to the center. Reinforce it with just a dab of glue. Okay. And then I want, oh, where did the paper go? I want that little phrase. See if I can get that on there. I'm gonna have to trim it down a little more. Yep. Where do I want that? Yep, okay. I'm gonna put it in the right-hand corner. And I'm gonna let it hang off of the card just a little bit. There we go. Okay, let me wipe this up. Okay, here we go. And I think I like that, just like that. We've got vintage. We've got the vintage photo brown ink. We've got some sewing machine pattern tissue paper, as well as the vintage image from a Thomas Kincaid book. And then for white, we've got white acrylic. We've got a white flower with a flat back white pearl. Okay, so that, guys, let's see. That's my make. Okay, well, I hope you guys like what you see on the video today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Again, this is hashtag Full Deck Challenge 2, hosted by Shinuki Art, and this is card number 34 with the prompts of vintage and white. I would love it if you found something of value in this video today, if you would hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like. But as always, thank you so much. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.